Guys, is popping on to let you know what's happening with the creation of the Tall Men's Oversized T-shirt that I am making. So I've tried to film this video about 5 times now between 2 different days. There's two things. This weather in Copenhagen, it's fall. Y'all, I used to get seriously sad seasonal affective disorder in Vancouver when I was there. Like depressed, low energy, and I was like, this is why I'm leaving. I'm going to go Thailand or Southeast Asia for the winter time because this really messes up just my general flow and also work motivation. I wanted to see fall again, and I'm here in Copenhagen and I'm liking it, but I'm also hating it because it is making me very low energy, and low energy means low motivation. Low motivation makes me very hard to film these things properly and keep my mind focused and just give you some good quality. I'm just going to go through this and be like, this is what's happening. All right. Here I am with samples 4 and 5. So sample 4 and 5 out of Istanbul, Turkey. I've talked to a couple other friends who run clothing brands, and they said Istanbul's and Turkey's cotton is one of the top in the world. Second of all, I reached out to a bunch of manufacturers. I heard back from about 5 to 10 of them. 5 of them that I took seriously, and I whittled it down to 2, and they seem like they can really give me a lower MOQ, which is great. They're personable. I'm having really good conversations with them, and they seem like they really want to work with me as like a real startup business. Because some of these places I see them, they kind of don't really big dog you, but they're like, we want 500, we want 1,000, we want some big numbers here to make it worth our while. We're not doing that right now, are we? This is not going to happen. So I found 2, and I sent them a tech pack. I said, guys, please make me a sample. And this is what they came back with. And I am really extremely stoked on both these pieces. This is a 300 GSM heavyweight cotton, no spandicity, no spandex, spandex, you know what I mean? There's no spandex in it, which is a little different than what's going on in the tall men scene with all the t-shirts with a lot of rip and give and spandex and really thin cotton. There's some things unlike on this one compared to what this manufacturer did, which is a 270 or 280 GSM cotton. Still has that heavyweight to allow it to sit at my shoulders and chest and allows the fabric to cut into my waist instead of billowing. But a couple of the things like this neckline, I'm not as big of a fan of compared to this neckline. As you can tell, this neckline is first of all thicker, but it's also a little bit tighter. So I took photos of this neckline and I sent it to this person. I was like, can I get a second sample? Can we please get that neckline? I sent her the measurements that they asked me for. And we're also going to rise up the shirt about 4 centimeters to see how it sits on my waist and chest. Because at the moment, this t-shirt, at me being 201.67, the bottom hem sits just around mid butt. And I don't want that. I think that's a bit too long to have as a nice fashionable t-shirt. So we're going to test out a little bit shorter torso. Not go crazy. I'm not going to have a navel show. I'm not going to hit all those issues that us tall guys have with t-shirts that aren't long enough. I'm going to make sure this is long enough, but I don't want it to be super crazy long because I think we have enough of those. So now that I've found my 2 manufacturers that I'm going to be bidding against each other, I'm not going to get the price down. We're not bidding anything, but it's more me just kind of going over, okay, which one do I think will give me the best product to give to you? But also, is what I'm learning now is what one is willing to work with me, not work for me, but work with me. Because at such a small beginning stage, there are a lot of things that like these extra pieces cost. This costs that, this tag, this bag, this hang, there's all these things that I didn't realize could be an extra cost to make the product viable piece to give to you and like brand it and make you feel like you're wearing something that is unique and especially yours. Best product that I can find for the best price point. A lot of big steps these days. I'm trying to get this all in before I head to Thailand in 18 days, trying to get the final sample in and trying to decide, hopefully decided who I'm going to go with. and then hopefully actually get some very raw photos up and get the website up before I even get out there. I want to get this thing going. I'm the kind of guy that I hate putting it off and making things perfect. No, the product's going to be perfect, but my marketing and website, that doesn't have to be. I want to get out there live and tweak it and make it better in time. Because I find, definitely for myself, I think other people, is like, you wait for perfection, you're never going to do anything. Because I'm not going to be Balenciaga. I'm not going to be Louis Vuitton. I'm not going to be that from day one. That's just not possible. So I can be me from day one. I'm going to be the best that I can give you at that day. And hopefully today, tomorrow, I'll make it better. And I hope you guys love the t-shirt as much as I do, because I've only been wearing my t-shirt now since I got the first samples in Sri Lanka. Actually, Vietnam I did. The t-shirt was actually kind of whack. It wasn't even made properly, but it had the right fit. And I've been wearing it. So about 3 months now, been wearing this t-shirt, and I absolutely love it. So that's where I'm at right now, right there on the doorstep on getting this stuff live to you. It's going to be on the email list. The link is below in the bio. It's going to be limited quantity, first come, first serve. So sign up, and I should hopefully have this up for you live to buy in the next 3 weeks. No, I hate this weather. It just gives me no vibes. None. Like, my head is